What is up, guys? It is a somber commission today, and it's not because I'm 0-3. I figured that there was a high likelihood that I would be 0-3 at this point. It's okay. I'm not worried about my team right now in this league. But it was a really sour night of fantasy football for me last night in the other leagues. Not that everyone cares about the other leagues. I'm still going to talk about it. So skip ahead 45 seconds or a minute if you don't want to hear about my other leagues. In the X, I had Julio going up against Mark Ingram and Willie Snead. Snead out. Basically, I just needed Julio to outscore Ingram by a few points. Atlanta put up 45 points. Julio put up 2 points. One freaking catch. And then in D2, I was up 60 points going up against Drew Brees and Tevin Coleman, and they scored 62. So I lost in both of those. And I was super confident heading into Monday Night Football. Oh well. It's just football, right? The Waterboy Award this week, there's actually a lot of blowouts in the league, so there was no one very clear-cut guy that could have won it for a team. But there was a couple guys, one owner that could have benefited from a little bit better roster management. I forget who he is. I don't even know who he is. Oh, I think his name is Richard Guichelayer. I don't know who that is. But he left in Antonio Gates, who got a zero burger, who is out. He could have put in Wendell Smallwood, could have put in Jordan Howard, two rookies that should see their production increase over the next little bit. Could have put in either one of those guys, moved Jordan Cameron into the tight end, and then one of these guys into one of his flex spots. He didn't, and he lost.
Jackknife!
That was a dud, Jimmy.
Shut up, Tracy.
You shut
up. Sorry if that's still super, super loud. I tried toning it down. I don't know if that worked or not. But our duds, lots of zero burgers, and even worse than zero burgers, we got a couple negatives as well. So the zero burgers, Tyler Lockett for myself. Delaney Walker and Antonio Gates were both left in, even though they weren't playing. Gronkowski, they said he was healthy. He played on Thursday night, but Carolina ended up getting a zero burger out of him. And then Kelvin Benjamin, off of his huge game in week 2, put up nothing in week 3. And this other guy wasn't starting, but Devin Funchess, also for the Panthers, put up 0 points as well. Cam struggled this week a little bit too. And then I'm going to throw Julio on the duds this week as well, just because Atlanta played so fantastic. Everyone else on Atlanta seemed to score. Matt Ryan had a few touchdowns. Sanu got in the action. Coleman and Freeman, more on them coming up later, got in on the action big time as well. Julio just did not get it done last night.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never understand.
The sky is falling for bang DDP. The Dundee Donkey Punch fell to 0-3. Is now 3 games back in the crappiest division. He got his butt kicked by Mike. He started a guy that was not even playing. Doesn't have his draft pick coming up for this next year. And so he sucks now, and he's going to continue to suck because he doesn't really have any future assets. I guess he will get Tyler Eifert back. I don't see that being a huge boost to him. Eifert, when healthy, sure. He's a top 5 tight end. I'll give that to you, Bork, like you said yesterday. Because Bork out of the blue yesterday asked if I wanted Kevin White and Tyler Lockett, and then before I had a chance to respond, I was like, oh, just kidding. I'm not trading them, so I don't know what that was all about. But the sky is falling for DDP. On the flip side, the best week ever goes to the Seattle Stain. He put up the 3rd fewest points this week. Had to have Willie Snead not play on Monday Night Football in order to get the victory over the Pseudopods. Doesn't matter. He's 3-0. He's 3 games up on I. on myself. 2 games up in his division on one team, 3 games up in his division on the other. Even though he has like the 4th fewest amount of points in the league to this point, is going to skate into the playoffs, going to win that division. I'm happy because I have both DDP's and St. Louis's picks. So go, see, go. Hashtag go, see, go. Yeah, so I continue to root for you, Rob. I'm super happy that you're in a crappy division. So you keep going, Rob. You keep doing you. All right, that one was even really loud in my headphones, so I'm confident that that one is still going to be loud on the recording. I apologize for that. I'll try harder again next week. But the Rookie of the Week, for the rookies and for the A-team, which we'll get to, the best guys are not being played. So Dak Prescott led rookies in scoring, but San Francisco played Eli Manning over him. I did notice that San Francisco has now moved Dak into their starting lineup for this coming week. Wasn't started this past week. Carson Wentz was the second best rookie and the best quarterback on Carolina this week, but Carolina played Andrew Luck over Carson Wentz. Again, I would have played Eli, and I would have played Luck over them as well. Michael Thomas was the third best rookie this year. He also was not started. Michael Thomas being out there in San Francisco. But San Francisco still gets the nod for the row your boat gently down the stream, for Sterling Shepard. Shepard, through 3 weeks, is my rookie of the year. So Ferguson made a really good pick at number 2, at least as far as this year is concerned. The other guys that could have been considered here, Coleman, I guess, did break his hand. You can't really factor in on that. Laquan Treadwell isn't even seeing the field. He was a healthy scratch this week. And Josh Doxson, I think, has like 2 catches through 3 weeks. So if Ferguson was worried about this year, Sterling Shepard was the way to go with pick number 2. And he is our rookie of the year. All right, for our A-team, let's start with the quarterback. The best quarterback of the week was Trevor Siemian. Did not start for Northman, but Northman also had the second best quarterback this week in Matthew Stafford. So Lions got their butts kicked. Stafford still put up a crap load of points. So Stafford gets the nod for the A-team this week. And then related to that, also on the Detroit Lions, also on Northman, the wide receiver of the week, Marvin Jones Jr. In fact, Marvin Jones, at least prior to last night, I didn't recheck it again today, but he is leading all point scorers through 3 weeks. I didn't see that coming. Obviously, no one saw that coming. Maybe Northman did, and maybe there were trade offers out there for him. Maybe he wasn't even responding. I don't know. But Northman looks like he got himself a little bit of a gem here with Marvin Jones. Marvin is on the last year of his contract, I believe. Maybe he franchises him at the end of the year, if he remembers to do that this year. He almost forgot about franchising Latavius. So Northman with wide receiver quarterback combination on the A-team. And he could have had the running back as well. I get that Tevin Coleman has taken over a lot of the carries in Atlanta. I still don't understand how he sat Devontae Freeman this week. Devontae leading the way, most points, but was not on Northman's starting roster. So Northman could have had 3 guys on the A-team this week. Ended up sitting Freeman. I don't think it cost him. What did he play this week? I don't know off the top of my head. And the guys that he played over him, Latavius Murray, Matt Jones. I don't know how he starts Matt Jones over him, but whatever. So Freeman will not get the A-team. The A-team instead goes to his Atlanta counterpart, Tevin Coleman. So Atlanta had the top 2 running back scorers of this week in a week where I really needed Julio to step up. So Tevin Coleman, 3 touchdowns to Freeman's 2. Freeman had more yards. I think he had more catches. But Coleman still put up a fantastic week. So the Austin Masonites gets into the books on the A team. For tight end, Zach Miller led the way. Not on Mike's starting roster. Mike actually had a few guys. I think he had 3 or 4 guys on his bench that all put up at least 20 points. So Mike is looking strong in his starters, and it's looking like he's got some pretty good depth as well. Kobe Fleener, not started out in Carolina. He shouldn't have started Kobe Fleener because Kobe Fleener has done nothing up until this game. That, again, was last night's game. A lot of fireworks. Yeah, Julio only scored 2 points. So Miller and Fleener were both on benches, so we got to jump down to the third guy, and that's Travis Kelce of the Oakland Chaos gets the nod. For kicker, so there's a lot of guys that led the way, did not start. So Dak, Carson, Michael Thomas, Devontae Freeman, Zach Miller, Kobe Fleener, and Dustin Hopkins led the way on someone's bench. So Justin Tucker gets the nod for the A team for week 3. I will catch all of you guys later.